Today, I've scoured the internet and compiled all the voice actor interviews for Call of Duty Zombies for you guys to enjoy. But not all the voice actors that we know and love have actually done interviews for and about COD Zombies. For the first section of this video, we will have the voice actors that have done interviews for Zombies. Then the second part will be the voice actors that haven't, but have other interviews of them. And some of you Misty fans are gonna want to stick around for the second section of the video.
In the early days, we didn't have as many lines. In fact, I think Tank was one of the first of our characters to speak. And so the sessions were short. It was just like a big burst of screaming, and we're in and out. And as we progressed along, there were more and more lines written for us.
Richtofen's still an asshole.
So, Richtofen says the game is afoot. I got your foot right here, and it's covered in gutbag juice! Thanks for letting me scream at you for 10 years, gutbags!
It's hard to scream when I'm crying. Thank you guys for an amazing journey. And I guess for the last time, hoorah.
It's going to be a part of history. I mean, it's almost corny to say that a video game is going to be part of history, but this is one video game that has really pushed the envelope as far as the technology, you know, and it's amazing, you know, to what they've done, you know, and I look great. This thing's like a pea shooter. Vale madre. Are you kidding? This thing's like a baby's toy.
Going from very drunk, loud, angry guy to sober guy, and then becoming a leader was a really interesting thing. And to see that in the other characters, and that Richtofen hands over the responsibility to me, to Nikolai, realizing that Nikolai has to be the one to carry out these tasks. It was probably one of the biggest character arcs I've ever played. Looking back on how the story has progressed, as Nikolai would say, all good and bad things must come to an end. And we really did need to have some closure on it. As sad as I am as a fan, and you know, we love doing this work, it's sad to say goodbye to it.
In the voices, when I started, he was more into his vodka and his seventh wife, who he might have killed accidentally. There are problems at home, no big deal, you know. But you realize as time go on, you understand why I become who I was, and he was actually a real believer in the cause originally, and was a great soldier, and believed in what he was doing. But then he went crazy.
I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who have played and been part of our world. You've suffered and rejoiced with us. Thank you for sharing vodka. Thank you for fighting so well. And may goodness be to your soul. До свидания. You fight like good Russian bear.
Help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers to save Richtofen.
Oh, I'm incredibly familiar with Call of Duty. Prior to doing this, the very first, I'm trying to think, it was the first day I moved into our house, I thought we were having an earthquake, but it turned out to actually just be my husband playing downstairs. And I ran downstairs thinking our whole house was shaking, but he just had the volume all the way up. He is a very big fan of Call of Duty.
Let's puree some zombies. Okay, zombies, time I crank this up a notch. Okay, zombies, time I crank this up a notch. It's a party. A hunting party.
He's in over his head. I always saw him as somebody, even though he worked for the CIA and he's been through all kinds of missions, that everybody around him who knows him is like, how is this guy still alive? You know, he's just fraught with anxiety constantly. He does not keep a cool head. He's just always on edge, but has a will to live. You know, that seems to get him through the tough times.
And a little bit of zombie flesh on the side. Just
yeah. Well, it might be human flesh. You know,
yes.
Who knows?
Zombies, I'm coming for you. Watch out, zombies, I'm coming for you.
I met George at several of the big conventions at Comic-Con and over in Europe, and I'm a huge fan. It's really an honor, you know, to be in this, and he's sort of George is sort of our puppet master, you know, for Sarah Michelle and Michael Rooker, you know, Danny Trejo and myself in the game, you know, in the Call of Duty. He's kind of our puppet master. There's a movie within a game element to it, which I like.
Guys, I think Mr. Romero has turned into a zombie.
This is a nightmare. Let's bring it louder.
Okay.
And then as soon as you impale, it's a like right on the impale, because we're gonna pause it right on the impale.
You want to do a freeze frame of that impale?
Everything we've done compares to what we've just done. I mean, I've recorded tens of thousands of lines as Takeo. Originally, Takeo was almost comic relief. I mean, he was a very stereotypical character, as they all were.
Over the years, Takeo has, I hate the word, too many L's, evolved. He started out with much more cartoony. He was like this. And as time goes on, they wish for things to become another one, realistic. And they tell me I have to stop doing these insulting things. So now he plays a little more, not so insulting.
You know, over 10 years, this has become part of our lives, and thanks for letting us be part of yours.
I'm a zombie killing machine, baby. Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's Call of Duty. What attracted me to Call of Duty? Well, let me tell you, after doing The Walking Dead and then getting the call to do this, I'm walking on a cloud. And then get up and get ready.
Exactly. Bring it up a little bit more. So like.
About here?
Yeah. So you're nice and tight, ready to start shooting any kind of zombie that's coming your way. Yeah.
You know, I think Richtofen's journey through this world or worlds, times, ages, whatever you want to call it, this his whole being. It's been one of the most interesting projects I've ever had the privilege to work on. The lines, the just amazing lines that we've got to say over 10 years. It's just been fantastic. So it's been wunderbar, as the doctor would say.
I had to find the soft, fluffy side of the German culture. It really brings this character to life. I think the sexual deviance that I showed in the first game through some therapy has really done wonders for me. And I would like to say that I'm well, but not so well that I would invite 6 or 17 of you back to my hotel.
And I want to talk to all the fans of Dr. Edward Richtofen. He's certainly one of my favorites, and he was always a crowd pleaser, wasn't he? But he's not in the next Call of Duty. Nein, he is not. And I'm not happy. I blame Dempsey. I hate you, Dempsey. I hate you with the passion of 1,000 suns. I guess it's stabby time.
Yes, thank you so much for letting us into your homes. The crazy characters we have, and then the Ultimus, whichever ones they are. But we really appreciate it. It's been an absolute blast. And the doctor finds you all delicious. And one last thing, I hate you, Dempsey.
My name's Scott Menville, and we're here talking about a show called Teen Titans Go, where I play the voice of Robin.
So who is your favorite Robin of all time?
Favorite Robin of all time? Wow. I gotta be conceited and say myself. Anybody else in DC? Wow, that's a good question. I never thought of that.
We kind of have a bad connection. Your voice is we've got a very bad audio connection. All I did an audition, and they hired me to do the part, and that was it. Okay. Again, a job I did some time ago. It was kind of a one-off, but it was fun.
I am Ronan the Accuser. All must kneel before me.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi. Do you remember me?
I feel like we've met before.
Yeah, okay, so remember I called you guys over from the hotel room in New Zealand. Yeah.
Yes, it was me and Jason. That's so cool. Oh my God, you're in 3D.
Yeah,
you're so much
I'm
taller.
a real person.
You're so much taller than when you were a box on my computer. Nice to see you.
It's good to finally meet you. Yeah.
So exciting. you're here. Well, we are not shy. We talk a lot. If anything, we have to be corralled. That's probably why it took me so long to get over to you, because I've been like talking and talking and talking. But I can't help it. I mean, I love this show. I love all the characters. I've loved every fan that I've met. Everyone really cares, and they're funny. They're emotional. I mean, I think this is so exciting that we're going to be on a streaming what's it called? A streaming service platform. Not good with technology terms, but the point is everyone can find it on their own time, and that's so important.